What if it was actually about Howard and Marion? That would be a sad episode for episode 9. You know what I mean?
I was like, kind of thinking that, but I was like, no, they wouldn't do that.
I really wonder if they had Howard and Marion break up in episode 9, if that would have been the end of the first season. I don't know, like 1974, well, I do know what some of the topics were about in 1974. You would think that divorce would be kind of on the table, considering last week they were at a strip club called the Pink Palace, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully it wasn't. Howard and Marion are still happily married, which we'll also talk about in this episode. Let me ask you this. If Howard and Marion were to sadly get a divorce in this episode, do you think that one of them would get custody of Chuck even though he's a grown man? And if so, who?
That is a very good question. I don't know. I'd probably say Marion.
This would put Howard in the horrible Howard category, even though this didn't actually happen. But I would think Howard would not want him, considering the bad things that he said about him. I mean, I don't mean to say he wouldn't want him. Well, maybe. I don't know. Like, he doesn't seem to have a kind word to say about Chuck.
Here's what I was kind of thinking. That definitely adds to it.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, I feel like it's half and half with the amount of times I've said he's horrible Howard or he's helpful Howard.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. Especially if we have to determine if he was helpful or horrible.
Yeah.
And we don't have that for Marion. I feel like Marion would get custody.
Yeah, I think so too. Also, what if this was like a two-parter and Marion didn't realize that Howard actually went to the Pink Palace? Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe that would have been the breaking up. Like, she's like, well, you said you're going to a gentleman's club. I didn't know it was Eddie's Pink Palace. And then they were breaking up, you know?
I thought you were going to say Eddie's Pink Palace once in the last episode.
I said it once in the last episode. I feel like I've said it like 30 times already in this first 3 minutes. But yeah. So anyways, it was not Howard and Marion thankfully getting divorced. They're still happily married.